Okay, this is my quick review on the Grylls Ultimate Pro knife. This is a full-tang knife, fairly big. I'll class it as a survival knife, also useful for bushcraft. It comes in a fairly steady sheath. You've got a sharpener on the back, belt strap, drainage hole on the bottom, and a fire steel secured inside the sheath at the front there. And then that's the drainage hole at the bottom. You've got a Velcro strap on the top there. I rarely use that because the sheath is secure enough. If you want to have it a bit more secure, then you can use the Velcro. So it's the fire steel. It's not the best fire steel, would be useful in a pinch, but other than that it's pretty useless. It's a bit too small. It throws reasonable sparks, but realistically it's not the best. Okay, so the knife itself, you'll see that I've done a bit of modification to the blade, and I'll get onto that in a second. Okay, so the blade that it comes with is a secondary V-edge. This comes on most low to mid-range knives, and it's not very good for sharpness. So instead I made it into a convex edge, so I started the grind right at the top there where the paint stops. That was all black to start with, and it's been ground away by my whetstones. The convex edge that it has now is much better, holds an edge much longer. The steel doesn't roll as quickly as it used to, and it's also much better for chopping and batoning if you choose to do that. Okay, let's have a quick go with the fire steel. It's got a notch on the back for striking the fire steel with, which is quite nice to have. Like I said, it throws reasonable sparks, but nothing special really, and it would be useful in a worst case situation. As you can see, the fire steel is held in very tightly. It's not going anywhere. So we've got this fabric on the back. It's very strong. There's 2 layers of it. The quality of the knife and the sheath is fairly high. It's what you'd expect for this sort of price range. You've got your survival guide stored inside the sheath there. So you can keep that in, or you could store something else in there. And that's our belt loop on the back. Very sturdy. It's almost hard to get your belt through because it sits very flush with the rest of the sheath. The plastic on the sheath, the orange bit, is the same plastic that's used on the handle of the knife, and the same for the black on the sheath. It's the same as the plastic on the knife, so you're getting very sturdy materials on both the knife and the sheath. You've got your holes for making a spear if you so wish. I wouldn't recommend this unless you are in a survival situation that most of us will never be in, but it's useful to have it there. You could also have a lanyard on the back there. It comes with a whistle. I took that off because it's a bit annoying. So this is a quick comparison to a Mora knife if you have one of them already. As you can see, the blade length is a little bit longer, as well as the handle being a tiny bit longer. It's also thicker and wider. This means it's much better for chopping than a Mora. However, for day-to-day tasks, the Mora is fine. It's a really good solid knife, very cheap. You can see that the full tang of the Grylls knife is very nice. It gives a very solid feeling in your hand. And you can see you can choke up on the Grylls knife there, so you can put your hand in the choil if you want to do finer tasks. Ergonomically, I'm about a medium-sized glove, and the Grylls knife fits me very nicely. It could definitely accommodate larger hands. I would say for smaller hands it might be a little bit uncomfortable, but it's just personal preference really. The knife sharpener on the back, I would never use it unless I absolutely had to. In my eyes it's pretty rubbish, to be honest. The angle it gives you is a bit too wide. I prefer a shallower angle. It will keep it sharp if you absolutely had to, but ideally you'd use stones or stropping regularly to maintain your edge. Okay, thank you for watching and hope to see you guys very, very soon.